Hey everybody, this is Susan Kohanig. Going over another instructional technology tool that I'm hoping you will find useful for your personal classroom use, something that your students can use and that you can use. Actively Learn is a lot like Common Lit, but in my district, because of data governance, Actively Learn is officially approved in multiple ways, whereas Common Lit has some restrictions as to how we can actually use it. So, because of that, I just thought it would be helpful for me to demonstrate some of the capabilities that Actively Learn could give you and your students. So, I already have an account. Otherwise, you would do create free educator account. And I'm only going to be demonstrating the free uh, capabilities of Actively Learn simply because I don't have access to the Prime version as of yet, although we were hopeful that the district will purchase it soon. So I click sign in and it bumps me immediately to my landing page for content. So the first thing I want to show you is over here on the left, how I already have my classes set up, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth periods. But if you have American Lit versus World Lit, you just click add new class and you put in your class name, whether you can, I teach American Lit, so I can put in American Literature, that's 11th grade, so I pick 11th grade and then I click add. And then you can see it over here on the left. Okay, so I'm not going to get into the class code and student access quite yet. I just wanted to show you mainly about how you can explore the content. So what I like to do, because I do teach 11th grade and that doesn't change, so I like to go ahead and set my parameters for 11th and 12th grade. Also, I like to look at the different standards to see if there's something specific that I want to look at. And, I'm not going to actually narrow that down right now. But I do want to show you some of the different types of ways that you can edit and distribute these articles for your students. So I'm just going to pick the first one. And as you can see, it gives you the article. It gives you on here on the right ideas for teaching the text. And it gives you some things that you should be aware of, some multimedia tips about the videos, compare, contrast, connect to self, just, so that you know what the students are going to be doing. Now, as you can see here, this is blurred out under text summary, and that's because it's locked because we are not Prime users at this particular point in time. But Actively Learn will give an essential question for the beginning of the article. Students will then sort of have that as a purpose for what they're reading for. As a teacher, you can add pre-reading questions if there's something else you want the students to think about. And then as you kind of scroll through the article, you can see the annotations that Actively Learn has actually already added in. The word celebrating, but then over here it connects to a video clip. You come down here to First World War. It gives you an annotation about that particular title for the war versus the Great War. It gives a political cartoon. It gives you questions about analyzing the cartoon. And you just kind of keep going and see how the article has already been annotated. Now, let's say that as a teacher, you don't like that essential question. So you want to do your own thing with this particular article. So what you do is you come over here to My Instruction, and you click My Instruction. And it allows you, and I think I already did that before, but just remember that when you want to edit the assignment, it's going to be over here on the right. And it says assignment versions because I was already playing with this and had already adapted it for My Instruction. So I can actually show you what it looked like as just regular Actively Learn instruction. And then again, over here, I can pick it and you can see the little pencil, so you know that you can edit this one. You can create a new label. You can delete the assignment if you decide you don't like any part of it. And then you can add whatever you want to add to help students get through the article. So that's one way. I kind of like to show a different one. Here's an article, Schools Fall Short. So again, you can see here, it gives you the essential question. It's got the summary blurred out. You've got your tips over here on the right. And it gives sort of a poll to help keep the reader engaged. But then over here on the right, and this is what I was trying to show in the last one, you have this customize link, and the customize link is what I was really looking for. Once you customize, then you can make changes. So, for example, if you don't like the assignment directions, then you can change them. You can add media. You can do whatever you want and click save. Same thing here. If you don't like this question or this kind of poll, you can edit it. You can delete it. So, and you can usually like add your own stuff in as well. So I wanted to make sure, no matter what, that everyone is aware that you can customize and that you don't have to use exactly what Actively Learn provides if there's a way that you want to tweak it to fit your own purposes. But my favorite part of Actively Learn, so if you go to your workspace, which is kind of where I was, and you can see that I've already been working on these particular articles. But if you go to My Imports, and you can see here that my imports, I've already brought in an article as actually as a speech by Martin Luther King Jr. So let's say there's an article out there and you really, really, really want to use it, but you don't want to make the copies and write the questions and so on and so forth. Well, you can actually import that article or that web page into Actively Learn. So all you do is this is literally what I did. Import internet article, you put in the URL, and then it will show up right here, just like Beyond Vietnam did, okay? And you can star it, you can assign it to classes, which I've already done. So I can, and I don't have it assigned to American Lit. So let's say I assign to classes, you can see it's already there, but I'll add American Lit to that as well. Okay. And you can send students directly to assignments by sharing the link with them. So that's handy to know, especially if you use Google Classroom or if you just want to put it on a calendar, whatever works for you. And then here you can edit text details, merge, delete, share a copy, which can be handy if you're working with other teachers. But you click on the article that you've imported, and it tells you what you can do. You can't add the extra help summary, but you can add the pre-reading question. I added the directions, analyze his use of rhetoric. And then what I haven't done that I will need to do is go through and identify something. So if he's saying break the betrayal, and I want to add a question here about what technique he's using there, like alliteration is what I'd be looking for, then that's what I would do there. I would insert my question, select my standard, and do I want to do a poll? Do I want to do multiple choice? So you have lots of options for what you can add. But all you have to do is highlight, and it automatically gives you this. And maybe there's an audio recording of the speech, and I want to give them both. So maybe I want to insert the link to the audio or the video. My students cannot watch YouTube on school devices, so I have to kind of be careful about the videos that I share and making sure that they can actually access them. And the other thing that's really cool is you can grade your assignments. I don't have anything to grade because I haven't actually assigned it yet. But as you can see, you see all students' progress, time spent, vocab lookups, and more. Grade and give feedback in real time. That's especially helpful if you're interested in formative feedback, formative assessments. See all student notes and participate in class discussion. So it's really cool that Actively Learn offers all of these options for you as a teacher. And I hope that you find this helpful and something that you can use and share with your students. So thank you very much.